Hello, everybody. My name is Wolfosity, and welcome back to Wrench. Finally, we are here for the long-awaited episode 3, where we actually start putting together the hatchback. I know a lot of people have been excited for this. They've been asking in the comments a whole debacle about why I was gone. And I will get into that in another video, which will be coming out probably after this. So if you're interested in any of that, I will talk about all that in the next one. And it's going to be an American Truck Simulator video. So if you're interested in that and you want to hear more about the personal side of things, then that will be in that next video. So let's get started on this hatchback because we got a fair amount of work to do. This thing is so hard to rotate. Let's go through the back. Well, maybe that doesn't go in first. Can we put the headliner in first? Yeah. First piece of the puzzle is in. Let's do the front bumper, I guess. Maybe this one? There's like two different supports for this, and I don't know. Oh, there we go. So I believe these are going to be M6 by 15, or it could be M8 by 15. There's 6 of each, so those are not it. That's the M8. That's the M6. Let's try the M6 first. Let's see if these will fit. It is the M8s. Alright, now we can grab this bad boy. Alright, dope. So there's that one. Now I'm wondering if this is next. Come here. Yeah, that's next. Now I believe these ones are going to be the M6s. No? Yep. M10 is what goes in here. These are 14 millimeter socket. Go ahead and set that down. That's a 17. We want 14. This one right here. Pop that on there. Pretty long-winded on these ones. Okay, now we can go ahead and grab the front bumper itself. This right here. Oops. Just dent the shit out of it on the garage. Alright. And I don't think we need any bolts for that. I think that's just held in there. And then we can go ahead and grab the grill. Okay. Maybe we can use these now? Yeah. So definitely two there. We want flashlight. I don't remember. Oh, headlamp right there. I don't think there's anything else to hook up here. No, I think we're good. So now these ones are going to be 10 millimeter. We want to pop that 14 off. Also, my old mic broke, the Blue Yeti, so I'm going to sound probably a lot different now. And you're going to hear a lot more background noise, so I apologize because this is just a headset microphone. So you're going to hear a lot more background stuff. I did the best with the filters I could to try to mitigate that. I still can't install this, huh? Does this have to be like in a specific spot? I don't know how to put this carpet in. That sucks. Alright, this one is the driver's fender. I'll go ahead and pop that in. I think this is probably where all these bolts come in, because we gotta bolt these down, obviously. So I'll just go ahead and set those in. We'll get the passenger fender. Slap that on. And put those bolts in. These ones are the M6 by 1 by 15. M6 1 by 15. In case you're following along trying to build this thing as well. And these ones are also going to be 10 millimeter. I'm so happy I made my little handy dandy little list of all the parts required to put the hatchback together. And then I'm pretty sure we finished the engine in episode 2, so all we have left is the body panels, put the engine in, and then we have to do the exhaust system, which I have notes on that as well. And then we need to do wheels and tires, and then subframe, suspension. So there's still quite a bit more work to do, but we are slowly but surely getting there. And I'm hoping from now on I'm going to have a little bit more time to actually do this and get this all done. I would like to do a live stream one of these days of Wrench on this save. That would be cool. I'm thinking about it. Still got some other things I need to do. You'll learn all about that if you watch the next video, the American Truck Simulator video. Anyway, we're going to buy some more parts because we're going to be moving on to the rear of the vehicle. All right, I have all of the rear pieces ordered that are on my list. I realize that my list is incomplete now because I don't have the bolts for the seats and numerous other parts that I noticed in the shop. But we can do this. I have all the parts listed for this section. So I guess we'll start with the rear bumper. So it looks like this one's going to go first. It does. And the question is it going to be these ones? It looks like it is. So it's probably going to be another six of these. I saw like another like bolt hole thing. Now these ones I'm pretty sure are going to be 14 millimeter. No, they're 10. These are 10, which is on here. Beautiful. I also realized that the game sound wasn't playing in the first clip. I'm sure I left a little note. But in case I forget, I realized after I recorded that first clip. So pop that in, and now we have the next support. Is this going to be the same? Oh, that does not look right. It must be these. They just do not look right at all. The other ones don't fit. Whatever, I guess. They're working. Now that very well could be wrong, but I guess we'll see. Do I put the foam on first? I do. So we'll put the foam on and then the rear bumper, just like that. Okay, rear hatch. Go ahead and pop that on. No bolts, huh? No, guess not. Before we do that, I have passenger rear trim. Pop that in. Those require bolts. Hello, everybody. It's been almost a month since I recorded that last couple clips there. But I figured out a lot of stuff in between the last clip and this clip. These trims don't have bolts, so searching for bolts was futile. But I now know which bolts go into the door cards. It is these ones right here, which are the M6 by 30. They take the 60mm hex, and then there's little caps too, which I got. I know what bolts and what size for the front and rear seats, the whole dash assembly. I have all the pieces that are required. What is that? Oh, I'm going to need another one of those. I better buy that now. Also, since we have unlimited money, I bought a few extra things. Need another one of these, so we'll buy one of those. But yeah, I bought 3 more impacts, one for each size that I need to complete the interior and any of the dash pieces too. I'm gonna throw that in there with the other one and add to my immense pile of garbage. I finally got this can to actually be collected. So I set it like right here on the curb, which I swear it didn't work before. I want to break that. There we go. I'll fold that in there. Close it, grab it, move it. I'll put it right there. Oh well, I don't want to spend too much time on that. I have all the bolts laid out that I need. All those are for the dash. This is for the rear seats, and this is for the front seats. I'll go through step by step how to do this, because I've noticed there's still no guides for the beta branch. That's probably pointless. Eventually, the devs will release the new main branch build. Uh, we'll talk about that at the end. If you're not in the Wrench Discord and you haven't seen any of the sneak peeks, I will go through all of them with you at the end of this video. But I've also realized that this carpet is broken. It does not go in. Go figure. So we're not going to worry about it, I guess. That sucks, but whatever. I also went as far as taking apart the steering column, so I know which bolts go into that, which are right here. We'll have that after we get at least the interior seats, doors, hatch. This doesn't take any bolts. These don't take any bolts to go on, just the 2 on the handle and then the covers. So we'll start there, nice and easy. We'll grab all these. Once again, M6 by 30 using the 6mm hex on a ratchet or the impact, however you want to do it. So go ahead and install these. And I was losing my mind over those trims. But yeah, there's no bolts. And the doors are done. Whoops. Yeah, the tiles are kind of annoying here. So you can pick them up off the floor just like that. I wasn't trying to do that. Take our caps. Let's see. Oh, there it is. There's that one. It says drivers. Screw it. I'm not spending too much time on that. All right, let's go to front seats. Let's get these in and slap that in. And then these are going to take 4 M10 by 35s on each seat. And these are going to be 14mm. They go one there, and then 2 on the back. Pretty easy. All right. Now we'll go ahead and grab our rear seats and put that in. And this is going to be 4 M8 by 15 class 10.9 bolts. These are 10mm. And it's just 4 along the front side here. 2 brackets on each side. 4 bolts. We'll grab our impacts with the 10mm on it right here. And tighten them puppies down. Sweet. Alright. So now we'll move on to the dashboard. We'll get the dashboard in here. So I believe this piece will go in first. And that'll get dropped in right there. The gauge cluster, give me that. That'll get dropped in right there. Might be some bolt holding down the dashboard. And it should be the M6 1.0 by 15. Should be these ones right here. And these are a 10 millimeter. Let me double check. Yeah, right there. So this holds in the dashboard. I'll go ahead and throw those in and grab our 10 millimeter impact. Okay. And then for the gauge cluster, I don't see anything on that, so I think we'll just move on to the hood right here and slap that over top. Now this is going to take 4 M6 by 10 millimeter button cap screws, which I have over here. They're going to be these ones right here, the little small ones. These are going to be 3-meter hex. So I got 2 in the front. Looks like 2 behind. So before you install the hood, you're going to want to put the 2 behind. But since this game doesn't really care too much, we're just going to run it. So go ahead and tighten those down. We're just going to go right through. Alright, so I got our four bolts on that. And then we have covers on each side of the dash. And that's going to be these ones right here. We got drivers and passenger side. There's the driver, there's the passenger side. And then this is going to be 4 of the M6 by 20 millimeter cap screw, or the socket cap screws. 2 on each side. And then this is going to be the 6 millimeter hex, which we have over here on this one. And then I'm not entirely sure what this goes to. Oh, right here. That's the center console portion of it. No bolts that I'm aware of. Alright, so we'll go ahead and move on to the rear hatch. This is a nice simple one. No bolts hold that down. And then we'll move to the steering column and put that in. Now this one has 5 total bolts that holds this thing in. So we have 4 of the M10 by 35 millimeter bolts. These are, let me just double check my notes, 14 millimeter, and then we have 1 M8 by 15 millimeter class 10.9 that will go on the end of the linkage. But there's one that goes here into an invisible hole. There's one up here. The holes are kind of hard to find. There's another one right there. Oh, right here. Buggy looking, but that's how it came apart. That's how it looks. Then we need our M8 right here. This is a 10 millimeter. This goes on the end through that linkage there. Grab the 10. Tighten that down. Alright, so that should be all the interior pieces that we can actually do. Besides the steering wheel, which I have over here. We can put that steering wheel on too. Go. No bolts that I'm aware of, but we'll find out later. Now we can go ahead and put the doors on. We got the driver's side door and the passenger side door. Oops. Passenger. And passenger side door. Perfect. So next on the agenda would be to put in that engine. We're going to need a subframe to mount the engine to, along with a steering rack, so we can actually quote unquote attach the steering column to the steering rack. We still need to put in the fuel tank. Surprise, surprise. More M10 by 35 bolts. We're going to need 4 of them. That is 4. Complete the purchase. Place my cup over here. And then we're going to need, I believe, a 14 millimeter. So we'll go ahead and slap that bad boy in there. Install that, and grab all our bolts. Throw it on the ground for now, get rid of that. Then I'm not sure. I think it's all under, yeah, it's all underneath. One there, one there, one there, one in each corner pretty much. Just like so. And we'll grab that 14 mil again. Tighten that puppy down. And that's the fuel tank done. Now, I don't think I have subframe. I do not. I do not have the subframe on my notes. This will be used to start the engine when they actually get to doing it. But that just goes right in there, right in the ignition, so we'll throw that in. And that is pretty much the interior as complete as we can get it, minus the carpet, because that's broke. Unfortunate, but true. So now the subframe, I guess we could set one in. Front subframe right there, 500 bucks. But don't matter because we have unlimited amount of money. There's the subframe. Go ahead and slap that in. This is going to be 4. It looks like maybe some more bolts, but I don't have all those yet. So we can go ahead and set the engine in. I'm not entirely sure that we have the nuts to put it on. Go ahead and pick up our engine because we're Hulk. And we're going to go ahead and set that bad boy in there. Just like so. So this will take two M10 125 nuts, I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. Pretty sure these are it. I'm not entirely sure the size. I can't remember for the life of me. But yeah, I just saw it there. Right there. Put this in and then I'll figure out the bolts later. We'll start with the 10. Too small. Yep, 14. So it's the M10 125 nuts, 14 millimeter. Holy crap, look at that. We got the engine in. We still need radiator, airbox, exhaust. I think there's some more stuff. Still need battery and the terminals and everything. But we got the fuel tank in. We got the interior pieces done. We got all the body panels on that we can put on. So it looks like a car now. We still need a hood. I think we'll go ahead and leave episode 3 here. We have made some decent progress on the hatchback. It doesn't really feel like a lot, but we'll work on the exhaust next, and then the air intake system, which includes the airbox, the filter, the mass airflow sensor, and that whole deal, and then we'll probably put in the battery as well. And then we'll just be waiting on the devs to release either a new beta update or hopefully the new mainline build with the new gameplay loop. So I'm excited to see, and hopefully an actual neighborhood instead of just a couple houses, a lot of empty land, a couple skyscrapers. I'm excited to see what they do with the street house. I'm excited to see the progression through the game. We'll see what they do, what their vision is, and hopefully it won't take too much longer because I feel your guys' pain. I see your comments and why hasn't there been any updates on the game, and I don't know. I'm not a dev. But I know it's a 2-person dev team. They're completely rewriting the game and adding the whole electrical system, which is going to take a lot of work, I can imagine. Yeah, we'll go through some of the Discord stuff and what they've been saying. They give us little bits and pieces here and there on what's going on. No dates still. But I'm hoping that'll change soon. Hoping we get some kind of information. But I will see you guys on Discord. We'll go check it out. Alright, I feel this is as good a place as any to start because the previous post is the floor creeper that we got in build 1152. So this is all new things that they're working on. This is all related to the electrical system with a little bit extra sprinkled in. But this appears to be what would be the ECU or the computer of the car. Looks like a pretty good model, and it looks like we have some wire harness connectors that will be plugged into the computer or ECU. Looking pretty good. We got some wiring documentation, so electrical system is going to be pretty in-depth because it looks like you got, different color wires going to different components, just like it would in real life. You got your whole diagram and everything, and then all kinds of specs for what kind of wires and harnesses that you might need for different pieces. I don't know, looks like things are going to get pretty complicated here. See, mass airflow sensor is a model that they're working on. If you weren't aware, the devs 3D scan actual real life parts to use in the game, so that's why that transmission looks like crap. That's just a placeholder model. It's like a rough scan, I believe is what they said. And it looks like they got some flexible wiring, so it doesn't look so neat and tidy anymore. It'll actually bend and flex to however you put it in. Looking pretty good. See a little bit of clippage there, but it's okay. Other than that, I like the flexible wiring. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, it looks good. I'm hoping we get that paint gun back. And then it looks like they were working on the V8 block again. I'm hoping that will be done in the future. Looks like we got some screwdrivers with some screws here. Got their standard Ashcraft brand. It's named after one of the devs. Looks like we got a headlight bulb with some connector pins. It's like a rough model. Looks like we got working headlights here. There it is shining on to the garage wall. Looking pretty cool. There's the front view with them turned on. And then looks like we got some more fully fleshed models of the headlight bulbs with the wiring harness connectors connected up to the bulbs and everything. Looks pretty good. It looks like we have some grounding cables. That's not gonna clear up, but got some grounding cables coming off of the main harness. And it looks like we got a little sneak peek at the fuse panel with some other connectors. Going over to the relay panel, you see temporary install wiring harness, and then a little fuse box with some wiring harness cables coming in, some fuses. And then looks like we got that was the ECU. It's connected under the passenger side of the vehicle with the wiring harnesses going into it. Looking pretty good. And then it looks like we have some ignition interactable connection, multiple circuits, dash illumination lights. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. So there's a wiring harness that will connect to the ignition system. Illuminated dash panel with, high beam lights and all your gauges. Looks pretty good. I like it. And there's the off. So that's what we got kind of right now. And then the wiring harness again. Battery terminals are getting the lock nuts. So, just like you'd see, it looks like there's the wires coming off with the harness there. Illuminated dash gauge cluster. Needles are fixed now. Dashboard interior pieces. This looks like we got a radio with some climate control. It's like a spot for a knob there, potentially. Or no, that's the cigarette lighter. Oh, it looks pretty good. Pretty high quality models. There it is there. Looks like you can pop a cassette in. You can see the ECU down there. And the gauge cluster. All kinds of goodies going on here. I did not mean to do that. Another angle, I suppose. For you, I kind of got some different angles of the radio in its slot. And then all the rest of the pieces here, ECU down here. Yeah, looking pretty good. Got side marker light actually working. There's some dev stuff. What they're working on. Looks like we got a more It's got like a rough model of the fuse panel or the fuse box. Get a good look at. Look at all those wires coming off. Oh man, I can imagine this is gonna be a headache. Looks like we got an in-game here with some actual fuse models now. It's looking nice. You even get a little diagram on the cover, just like you would in real life. And then there's a better view of the fuses here. You can see the little things in there. So I wonder if these are gonna blow. I guess we'll find out. But that's all we got for the things they're working on. But I mean, it's looking pretty good. I haven't seen any talks of release dates for the next update for either the beta or the main line. Not much going on in the general. To catch everybody up who either doesn't want to join the Discord or didn't know they had a Discord and missed the link in one of my previous videos. There you go. There's some sneak peeks on what's going on with Wrench from the developers themselves. The latest post was March 9th, so just a few days ago. And that's when we got this fully fledged fuse box with the fuses. Looking pretty sweet. I'm dying to get my hands on the next update. Devs, if you're watching this video, feel free to shoot me an email and I will be more than happy to do some play testing. That's all I got for today, guys. So I will see you in episode 4 where we will work on getting the exhaust put in, the airbox, and then we'll probably start moving down into the suspension side of things. We'll probably start up front and try to get that front subframe bolted in, and then radiator as well, and we'll put up all the hosing and everything, and then the battery as well. So episode 4 is going to have quite a bit of work involved, and I'll have to consult my list and see how much I have and probably do some bolt sizing in my playroom, but that's for a later day. If you guys are interested, I'll have a American Truck Simulator video coming soon, like I said in the earlier clips, but I'm not entirely sure when that might happen. Hopefully over the next couple of days. But thank you guys for watching. If you watched it all the way to the end, consider subscribing if you're not already, and hit the like button as well if you enjoyed. If you have any questions about Wrench or any mechanics of Wrench, you can let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. Got quite a bit of hours into Wrench, so I know my way around the game, but I don't know everything. So I will do my best to answer. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to join the pack.